It's Wednesday, June 26, 2024, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. I absolutely hate this baseball slate today. I'm going to give you a few leans, a few winners, but it's not going to be a normal show. I'm not going to lie to you. So this is the free three. Let's recap yesterday and then also talk about a little bit of these games for today. What's up, guys? It's your boy No Believing, back with another DYF Bets video where I'm breaking down my favorite picks and plays of the day as we just try to get to the bag together. And we're just trying to get to the money. Now, yesterday, 2 and 3 day on the channel. So not our best day, but not our worst day. We were able to cash in on the Rays on the money line. No sweat bet there. Plus cheeky, plus value. Luis Castillo, he's still struggling. We took advantage of that. We also cashed in on William Contreras and Freddie Freeman both to get a hit. I cashed in the first pairing of that 4-leg parlay that I gave you guys. We did lose on the Twins money line. We also lost on Hunter Green strikeouts. Hunter Green, I mean, he only went 4 innings. He had 5 strikeouts in the 4 innings. If he was giving up less contact, maybe in less runs, he would have gone over the line. Tough to see that. And then we got Brian Reynolds to get a hit, right? But Jaron Duran, he did not get a hit. Went 0 for 4, 0 for 5 yesterday. So that blew the parlay. We got 3 of the 4 legs right, 1 leg missed. So like I said, I was going to split it up for the channel into 2 different hitter parlays. So we got 1 right, we got 1 wrong. 2 and 3 on the day yesterday. And you can see our year-to-date record right here. So we gave back 1 game yesterday. We're still trying to chip away for the month. And that's why today's a little bit frustrating for me, because when I look at the card, right, it's a Wednesday, it's a travel day. I'm not a big fan of betting baseball on Wednesdays. Actually, I've come to that realization. But also a lot of the games I typically like in travel days are normally like earlier in the day before you guys are going to have the chance to really put in the bets that I drop on the channel. So as a result, I typically try to do later games. But all the later games on today's slate, I'm just not a fan of. Even if we start around like 4 o'clock, we've got the Nationals and Padres. Padres are huge money line favorites, almost minus 200 on that. Same thing with the Orioles, the Yankees and Mets, right? We've got the Blue Jays, Red Sox, Dodgers, White Sox, Twins, D-backs, Cubs, Giants. Those are only games to choose from. Obviously, those are enough games to choose from, but when you look at some of the value, when you look at some of the totals, when you look at some of the lines, when you look at some of the pitching matchups, it's just not enough for me right now to confidently take a play. I got to do a little bit more like research and see if I want to take something. Again, considering I like a majority of the things in the earlier time slot. So as a result, I'm going to give you guys 2 quick bets. We're not going to go with the graphics. We're not going to do all that today. We're just going to keep it real simple, okay? First thing, Yankees on the money line, all right? If you can get this around less than minus 150, I would lay that. Now, the Yankees on the run line you can do as well. I'm not opposed to that. There's good value that you can get on the run line, minus 1.5 plus 120 odds. Not too bad on the run line. Luis Gil is on the mound. Obviously, he had a rough start in his last start against the Orioles, where he did not even get out the second inning. 8 hits, 7 earned runs, 1 home run. That was a little bit concerning. We understand a little bit of regression was due for this guy. Come on, let's keep in mind, before that start, he was like 9-1 with like a 1.2 ERA. Now his numbers have gone up. He has a 2.77 ERA now, 9-2 record with 97 strikeouts, which is still very, very good. I just like the advantage that he has here over Sean Manaea. Now, the Mets offense has been absolutely red hot. We saw them drop 9 runs yesterday, but they have not been as effective against right-handed pitching as they have against left-handed pitching. And I know Garrett Cole's a right-hander and he pitched yesterday for the Yankees, but Garrett Cole's coming off an injury, so let's give him a little bit of break. Sean Manaea, on the other hand, is a guy who has a 4.16 ERA. He's shown at times that he can be in command. He can pitch some really good baseball like he did back on June the 14th against the Padres, where he went 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, which was a mistake pitch home run. But we've also seen times against really strong offense, like he did against the Phillies, where he went 3 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 6 earned runs, and 2 home runs. That's what I can see for this Yankees offense against Manaea. So what type of pitching performance do we get from Luis Gil? What type of Mets offense do we see? Those are a lot of question marks. We have a high total at like 8.5. I do lean towards the under there, but again, we saw yesterday's game an offensive explosion. So what do we do here? Yankees money line. If you can get it cheaper than minus 150, be my guest. Take the run line, but for the sake of the show, for the sake of the channel, we're going with the money line. I don't like giving out such big juice, but it's that time of season, my friends. It's baseball. It's the only thing that's on. I want to give you guys a soccer match in the Euros, but the games that I like are starting at 12 o'clock, not at 3 o'clock. It's just a frustrating day. So this is where we as sports handicappers handicappers, as gamblers, we cannot force it if we're not seeing anything that we necessarily don't like. And again, I'm looking to make my money early in the day and probably be done for the day, in all honesty. Yankees money line is going to be a later pick that I'm going to take a look at. Now, that Blue Jays Red Sox game is another one that you may want to take a look at, I do lean towards the Red Sox on the run line on that game as well at plus 130 odds. The money line juice is there at minus 160. Can't necessarily lay that. We have a very high total at over 9.5, but that is what I would look at, is this total. I do like the total at 9.5. I do think we go over it. It is a very high number. So what I would probably do in this game is do a live trigger. What do I mean by that? Give it maybe 1 inning, 2 innings, 3 innings or so. See if we can get a scoreless inning. And if you do, typically the total is going to drop by about 1 run or so. So if that's the case, then we can get it at like 8.5. I think that's a pretty good number. This Blue Jays offense has just been a little bit too inconsistent for me, but we've seen what they can do when they're hot. They dropped 9 runs on Brian Bello and the Red Sox yesterday. The Red Sox were able to tack in for themselves. That would have flew over this total. We have 2 pitchers on the mound in Cutter Crawford and Yariel Rodriguez, who are just not that strong of starters. That's why I lean towards the Red Sox here, and that's why I lean towards the over. But if you look at the Red Sox team total over 4.5, that's still a high number, and it's at minus 145. Again, the value isn't there, but I like that. So let's do this, okay? Red Sox team total over 4.5. If you can get it cheaper, get it cheaper. If you can get the Red Sox cheaper on the money line live, do that as well. But if you parlay the Yankees on the money line, the Red Sox team total over 4.5, that gets you to plus 185. Both of those are minus 145 legs individually on my book. You can shop around. That's not bad. Like, I can live with that, right? Even when I look at the Dodgers game, I'm looking at Freddie Freeman's hits, runs, RBIs, or total bases. Bro, it's inflated. And, normally it's at 1.5, it's at 2.5. So finding the value in some of these later cards or later games, it's just not really there for me. The Twins, I like them at minus 124 again. That's something that you guys could take a look at. So I'm just kind of throwing a few different ideas for you guys to take a look at. But officially for today on the channel, he's on the money line at minus 145. We're going to go with the Red Sox team total over 4.5 at minus 145. Again, those are really super juice. You can parlay them together. And that's really all I like right now. If I add anything else, it's going to be in the earlier slate, or it's going to be coming after more research. And if I get more news on a starting pitcher or something that just really grabs my attention, I also am looking at that Braves Cardinals second game, not game 1 of the doubleheader, game 2 of the doubleheader. Bryce Elder's supposed to be going to the mound for the Braves. No pitchers announced yet for the Cardinals, but I do think that the Braves will cover the run line in the second start, just depending on who's on the mound for the Cardinals, but I do lean that as well. So, but officially here on the channel, let us go with the Yankees money line, Red Sox team total. You know what? I'm playing around right now, and it's a little bit juice. It's minus 130, minus 135. Let's add the Dodgers White Sox Nerfy. Let's add that as well. Dodgers White Sox Nerfy. That is Gavin Stone on the mound for the Dodgers. We've got Eric Freddie on the mound for the White Sox. Both of these pitchers are actually pretty solid, and I want to look at the Nerfy numbers real quick. Eric Freddie on the year is 13-3 to the Nerfy. And then Gavin Stone on the year is 11-3 towards the Nerfy success rate. I do like both of those numbers, so let's add that in there as well. So, hey, I end up coming up with 3 picks real fast. Not the best of value that I normally like to give on the channel, but hey, it works. Money line, Yankees, team total, Red Sox over 4.5, and then the Nerfy in the Dodgers White Sox. 3 quick winners, 3 best bets. For more picks and plays or other added looks, I will be in the Discord group. Shoot me a message, let me know. Sorry for about the kind of a different vibe, different change to the show today. So hopefully you guys like it, and we can cash in on some winners tomorrow. All right, my friends, let's get to that cheddar, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Later.